As 2025 comes to a close, we start thinking about resolutions, New Year's resolutions. Whether you're somebody who makes New Year's resolutions or doesn't, I'm guessing there are some things that you know for certain about what you want and how you want to move forward. So today we are talking about this resolution from a perspective of this first part. I see this as a two-part conversation. So this first part is really about letting go, because the whole conversation about resolutions, auld lang syne, we need to know what we are letting go of, what no longer serves you, so that you can create that which does serve you. Hello and welcome to Say Yes to You and Why You Don't, for women who are great. It's saying yes to others, but not always is great. It's saying yes to themselves. I am Claudia Braun, mindset, lifestyle coach for women ready to start saying yes to themselves. Today I want to offer you a one-to-one conversation to jumpstart your resolutions, your releasing of the past. It's a 20-minute conversation, you and I, over Zoom or over the phone, and I will walk you through a tried and true process that will help you get clarity. Without clarity, you cannot create that which you desire, so that you can create a plan for that which is your true desire. The link is below. Please take advantage of it if you would like to experience something better than what you're currently living. So I was thinking about this yesterday. I was listening to a sermon, and she was talking about this idea of auld lang syne, and she was talking about a parable. And I was thinking about the power that we hold. You hold, I hold. And that power is the power of your mind to create that which you truly desire. But so much of our waking time, so much of your mental energy, our collective mental energy, is about focusing on what we don't like, focusing on what's going wrong in the world, focusing what's going wrong in your body, focusing on what's going wrong in your relationships, focusing on what's going wrong in the weather, whatever. It's very easy to focus on what's going wrong, and that gets the bulk of your creating mental energy. And so, that line, where you put your attention, it's going to grow. What you put your attention on will grow. And so the more you focus on what's wrong, what you don't like, what you don't want, makes sense. More of that. So I know how quickly the mind can go to judgment. I watch my own mind and I think, oh my goodness, and I am a mindset coach and I teach people to manage their mind, and I do exactly what I work with my clients on, is really noticing where your mind throughout the day will pick up a thread that is something that somebody did, which has nothing to do with you, or something that went on in the world, which has nothing to do with you, but you give your attention to it, and then you get lost in that rabbit hole for extended amount of time. Or maybe it has something to do with you, and you get stuck in the spin of the problem of it, and the problem just seems to exasperate itself, get larger and larger and larger. And it's that whole thing of, a small little mark or a small little sore, and you keep picking at it, and then it gets bigger, bigger, bigger. And that's what happens with your mind. The more you focus on those things that you don't like, the bigger and bigger they get. And so as 2025 is ending, it is such an opportunity for you, for us collectively, to look at what in this past year has gone well? What are you really celebrating about this year? What do you feel really proud of yourself for stepping into perhaps conversations you had, perhaps conversations you avoided and knew that that was progress for you, or experiences you gave yourself that you hadn't given yourself before, things you said yes to that you hadn't been willing to say yes to before, or things that just you feel really excited about, that you are able to say, that was different. That was something that you can acknowledge in yourself. And then I know over the year there are things that happened that you perhaps wish didn't happen, or there are conversations that you had that you wish you hadn't had, or there are conversations you didn't have that you wish you had, or there are opportunities that you passed up on because you were scared, or there are things that you avoided because your fear got in the way, or you got sick, or whatever it was that didn't go well. There's another list. So you have that list of things that went really, really well that you feel really proud of, really excited about. But then there's that other list, and you don't feel good about it. You wish you had done things different. You wish you'd showed up different. You wish your fear didn't get in the way. You wish your judgment didn't get in the way. You wished you could have shown up in a bigger way, but you didn't. And perhaps you're holding on to it. Perhaps you have a resentment about something somebody did to you, or something somebody did that you hoped they would do and they didn't do. Ways that people let you down. You have a list. I know you do, because everybody does. There is the side of things that you feel really excited about, really proud of, really grateful for. And there is that other side that feels not so good to you. Inside, it causes you angst. It causes you resentment. It causes you judgment. It causes you to feel heavy-hearted. So I see this time as people are making resolutions or not, but there is a new year, and that year has not been written yet for you. And it is such a perfect time to reflect and ask yourself, where did I show up in the way that I wanted to, that you wanted to? But where did you show up in a way that you wish you hadn't shown up? Or where did you show up in a way that you wish you did show up? Whatever it is, but it doesn't ring true as being who you wanted or what you want more of. I think this is such a perfect time, as 12-step programs talk about taking a personal inventory. And I liken it to years ago when I was in college, I worked for a major department store, and at the end of the season, we would do inventory, and we would look at what we had, what was saleable, what wasn't saleable. And I think of this as being an opportunity to take an inventory, take a personal assessment of that that's gone well and that hasn't gone well, because it's so easy to look back and say everything was not good, or it's easy to look back and gloss over and go, I guess it was good, but you don't really know. And it's essential to find clarity of what happened if you want to create something different. Because otherwise you go into kind of like sliding along, and life is just happening to you, and you feel kind of a victim to life circumstances without taking the authority over your own ability to create that which you desire in a more focused and clear way. And I know that is the power that we each have been given, the power of our mind to focus how we want to live our life. It's easy to go negative. It's easy to go dark. It's easy to go into judgment or resentment. It doesn't take much work. The mind will go there instinctively. Most of us have lived in a world where people were judged for being different. Perhaps you were judged for being different. And it's easy to take on that kind of a mindset. And what I know is when you operate from that kind of mindset on a day-to-day basis, it wears you down, it exhausts you, and you don't feel excited about your life, you don't feel vital energy, you don't feel like your will is strong, you feel kind of at the effect of circumstances and people around you. And that doesn't create an internal place of joy or peace or aliveness. And I know that each of us is here to contribute the best that we have. And we are here to make a difference with our families, with our friends, with our community, with those people that we interact with on a daily basis. Whether your world is very large or your world is very small, you're still here to impact those beings. And it starts with yourself. And this is such a perfect time as you come to the end of this season, the ending of 2025. And I've heard it said in many spiritual communities that we are going into a time of great beginnings. And I know that the key to creating really great beginnings is to truly let go of the past that doesn't serve you. When you keep trailing your past resentments, your past hurts, wounds, like toilet paper around with you, you just weigh yourself down. And it's really an opportunity to do a true face-off with those experiences and come to some internal sense of peace, acceptance, some level of ability to let go so you can move on. We've talked before here about forgiveness and the power of it. And indeed, this is a major time of embracing that experience of forgiveness as you let go of 2025 and those people, places, things that you are holding hostage. Because you're holding them hostage when you are feeling that internal resentment, judgment, expectations that didn't get met. All of that just wounds you and do anything to somebody else. When you harden your heart over a wrong, perceived wrong, who suffers? You suffer. And I know this time is truly an opportunity to make peace with the past. Make peace with the past of 25 so that you can truly be present now. And then we will speak about the power and your ability to create those intentions in a more impactful way. But I know the best way to create the 26 that you want is by clearing the deck, looking at that which no longer serves you. To create over something is the sure way that you're just going to create more of that which you don't want. And that's the key. Because it's truly about making a connection to that experience that has happened that you don't want, so you can fully release it. And so many times people say, well, I don't really want to go back there because it was so painful. And I get it. But if you don't give yourself permission to acknowledge what happened that you're still holding on to, you do not give yourself an ability to move on to that which you desire. This idea about creating over something, right? I've heard it said, it's like when you have an empty gas tank, you don't put a happy face on it and just say, everything's okay. If your tank is empty, you need to do something about it. You need to fill it. And if your tank, your internal tank, your internal barometer is telling you you feel resentful, you feel angry, you feel unmet expectations, but you're going to create something different. I know you need to truly let go of those experiences to truly create something different. Otherwise, you're in this push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, because you're still holding on to those past experiences. They're like sandbags weighing you down. You deserve to release them so you can fly, so you can find greater ease in your own experiences day to day. And oh my gosh, isn't that what you truly desire, is to feel lighter in your own life, to feel greater internal peace and joy. I know when I first start working with people, they always say, I want to feel more peace. I want to feel more alive in my own life. I want to feel more empowered. And I know that one of the first ways to doing that is by really examining those things that are holding you back, holding you hostage, so that you can be truly freed up to really experience the freedom that comes on the other side. So I am really looking forward to hearing what you uncover during this process. I know that there is so much power in doing this. It doesn't have to take a lot of time, which is why I offered an initial one-to-one in the beginning of our conversation today, because I know so many times people don't want to sit down and do this. And so I offered up some time on my calendar because I'd be happy to assist you to walk through this, because I know sometimes it can feel a little bit daunting. You look at that paper and you think, oh, I don't know where to go. And I know that this process is so powerful, and it is the key to you creating something that you truly desire. So I do hope that you will take advantage of the one-to-one that I'm offering. And whether you do or you don't, I do hope that you take the time, if not with me, then with yourself. Sit down with a piece of paper and write down all those things that you are excited about, feel good about, feel proud of yourself for in 25. And all those things that you're still holding on to. Maybe you're holding on to something from your childhood. It doesn't have to just be from 25, but what is a resentment, a past hurt, whatever it is, an unmet desire, whatever it is, put it on the other side, or other side of your piece of paper, however you want to set it up. And allow yourself to look at it, because that can be the blueprint for your walking into this year ahead. And I'm going to help you next time really talk about how do we make these things even that much more impactful. So thank you for being with me today. I truly enjoy these opportunities to connect with you. I love when you leave a comment, so please comment and please share if this has been beneficial, and you know women who are very good at giving to others but not giving to themselves, and they need to be given this reminder also. I am Claudia Braun, mindset, lifestyle, and EFT coach for women ready to start saying yes to themselves. And I do wish you a happy, happy new year. And I will look forward to being with you next year, and looking forward to continuing this conversation. Bye for now.